it was in the wrong direction, so this is just where we are. It's fine. I am sitting here waiting for Jess to bring the trailer. I'm just at work, my laptop's dying, and I was like, I'll just go live for a little bit and kind of chat about the expo and plans for next year and just see how everybody was doing. Hello. Hi. Kathy, I'm glad to see you made it home safely, hopefully. Hello everybody. So I'm just sitting here waiting. Jess has like 20 minutes before 26 minutes till she's here. And I'm just like, I'm in between tasks. I don't know what else to do. So I thought I would go, I thought I would go high. I thought I would go live to hang out for a little bit. I wanted to let you know that we are working on listing a bunch of stuff. You're doing your best, it's fine. We listed a bunch of new webbing today. We had a bunch of new stuff that we took to Sew Expo, and while we were gone, Lexi, who's doing photos, got all of the webbing taken care of today and started some of the waterproof canvas prints. So they're just there. They're just listed, just FYI. But on the trailer is a bunch of new waterproof canvas light prints that we introduced at Sew Expo. And so now the rest of them are coming here. We're gonna sprinkle them into the next couple of weeks, months releases. But we do have the monthly project that we will be listing hopefully tomorrow. And we're gonna do, Brittany, can I say what the project is? I just realized I don't know. Oh, hey, Jess. Let me know when you're close. Okay, so we're gonna be doing the Scoops Ahoy tote from K. Dill Handmade. So if you wanna grab your pattern now and wait for the project, we're doing a waterproof canvas light print. I believe the rose gold ring, ace glitter, 23 minutes, perfect. Oh, I went upstairs. I know, I'm not saying I've been waiting on you to get back to me, but I just feel like I'm in waiting mode, So if you have the pattern, you can make it out of your own materials, but the monthly project is a little discounted bundle that we make. No, you're fine. I got a lot of sleep last night. You may not have. It's not a big deal. It's the Scoops Ahoy tote from K. Dill Handmade. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. We have 2 spots available for Jenny's Open Sew, Sincerely Jen Open Sew, coming up kind of in a couple weeks here. 1 person needs to sell their ticket and 1 spot is available. You slept for 11 hours, yeah. I think I slept for like 12. Oh, hello, Alyssa. Hi, Linda. No, we are not okay. Yes, the project kits are so fun. They're kind of like having a monthly project box, but you can decide if you want it or not, and you know what's in it before you get it, which is even better. But yes, we have a ton of stuff. We also finally have the little metal tins coming tomorrow, hopefully, that have the adhesive bandages inside of it that I can't wait for. Oh my gosh, Brittany, hilarious. So those are gonna be part of the March 15th release, and I will be doing a release video for all of that stuff. We have a class that's going on sale on the 10th. Can I talk about that, Brittany? The start of the listing is on the website and it is live to look at. Okay. She's like, just do it. So we have Brittany coming back to teach in June, June 21st and 22nd, and she is going to be doing the Rosy Sling from Knotted Threads Co., which is so exciting. So if you hate binding, this is going to be a really good class to come to so that you can learn how to love it. But we're also going to be doing an emphasis on sublimation. So if you're interested in sublimation, this is a great chance for you to learn more about it in a smaller group setting. You'll be able to shop for all of your materials here in our warehouse. It is there, but there is no picture. So it's like kind of there, but it's not as obvious that it's there. But no, always tell me those things. So you'll be able to pick your own fabric, design, you'll print it, and then sublimate the fabric, which is really, really cool. And then you get to sew with it. Thanks, Kira. She's like, I got it, it's fine. Yes. So then that's what I was gonna mention. We have some extra spots for the Sew Whatever Summit available if you were interested, because the classes that we have available have a lot of open seating, and I understand that they have a lot of space within them because they're teachers that may not be social media savvy, not savvy, that's really not the word, but like they don't have a huge presence on social media. They may not have a YouTube channel, but that doesn't mean they aren't a good teacher, and it doesn't mean that they don't have something really awesome to offer. So most of the classes with availability are on the domestic machines. And then we have a couple of classes within the industrial room that have like maybe a couple spots left. So if you are interested in coming to the Sew Whatever Summit, I would love it if you could take a look at those classes that are available. They're on the front page, or you could go to literally just sewwhateversummit.com and it'll show you the classes that have space. But we have just a couple event ticket spaces that would be available. Or there were some people who were selling their tickets because they weren't able to get into a class that they really wanted to. Yes, Jess said they might just be your next favorite teacher, and it is so very true. One of the teachers is teaching a small cute pouch, so if you're a beginner or you're bringing someone that's a beginner, that would be really great. And she has actually taught at QuiltCon as well and done an amazing job. So yeah, like I picked the teachers based on like the project they presented, things like that, not necessarily their popularity, because it's just not fair, you know, to only, yeah, anyway. So if you are interested in coming, please check out sewwhateversummit.com, and you can send me an email to let me know like, hey, I definitely want to come and these are the classes I want to sign up for, and then we can get that figured out. You'll still have to pay the $100 event ticket fee, and then you'll have to pay your classes as well. Just throwing that out there. I also wanted to mention like next year for Sew Expo in Washington, we're just in like planning mode, and I know I shouldn't worry about it. It's not till next year, but it's still like, I like to plan ahead. I like to think about things, and logistically, it is just so much to vend out there. Like Jess has not been home in 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, because they drove from New York to pick our stuff up to go there. And, you know, us getting there without it's just not easy. And if it is easy, it is not cheap. So like having to ship everything out there or anything like that is not cheap. So my hope was to go back to Sew Expo as just an instructor, because flying isn't too terrible. I can fly with my kits, and then we get paid for teaching. We get to collect our kit money, things like that. And it was just a really good time teaching after I got over being so stressed about teaching. And so I was like, I'll just do that. I can teach like 4 or 5 classes. We could do a Wednesday long class since February 19th. It's just too much, Jess. It really is. And like, please know from the bottom of my heart, I'm so thankful that we got to do this together and have so much fun out there, but like, it's just too much. And I think it's hard because I don't really feel like a lot of people understand how much work goes into all of that, from obviously travel standpoint, which I didn't have to go through. Like, yeah, flights were long, but it is what it is. But all of that driving, like, it's just insane. And then the setup, we set up from 10 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. on Wednesday. And that we weren't sitting around, we were like actively setting up, moving, and all of that for that entire time. And I know I had a very big booth, but the way the booth looks is oh so important to me, and the layout and how shoppable it is. And that doesn't include the weeks of prep to get the product ready to go. So like bagging it, barcoding it. There are a lot of things that we did for the show that we don't do in person, which is individually bag hardware and tag it, because of the time it takes, and that's just not how our business is set up necessarily. So getting we have a whole warehouse of product, and having to choose what we were going to bring was a daunting task. And then packing it up, loading it on the trailer, getting the stuff there, unloading the trailer, setting it all up, working the entire weekend. And I feel like the expo ran pretty smoothly. We had a really steady customer flow, and it didn't take too long to check people out because we barcoded every single product. But then breaking it all down, putting it all away, loading it onto a trailer, which is not easy. It's hard work, and I'm okay with it. I'm not here complaining. I just, none of that labor is accounted for in what we are charging at the expo, versus when we're here, we're able to account for the labor and add that to the cost appropriately. So technically none of that is covered. That all just eats into the profit. So what we made at the show is less than we would have made if we were just at home, which I know sounds kind of silly, but it's just one of those things. That's one of the reasons that vending has gone down so heavily. Like, I know the vendor amount at this show was half of what it was previously. And like, there were some vendors that should not have been there, but they were, because the expo needed vendors to fill the space. Yes, Sandy said trade shows are hard work, and you only know if you work one. It's so true. And even if you can say like, wow, that's a lot of hard work, until you're there doing it, you don't realize it. Yeah, well, profit is what keeps you going, and in business, it's important to think and talk about. Yes, and that's one of the main reasons I'm discussing it, is like, I'm not trying to sit here and complain about all of that work, because I'm not. But, you know, I was very thankful to have a lot of volunteers this year within the booth. And even if people volunteer, I can't just like take that. I'm like, no, but this has value. Sandy said, what was the size of your booth? So we did about a 10 by 35. And yes, we could do the booth smaller, but it all comes down to scaling the amount of money that you make then. So if you have a smaller booth, chances are you'll make less money. And does that pay for the effort and time that went into it? So even when I was debating on maybe doing a 10 by 20 next year, and I came up with like a really cute booth layout that I think would work, scaling down the product, just bringing fabric, vinyl, rulers, and some of our notions versus everything that we brought, it's still a lot. And how would we get it there without shipping? And I don't know if you guys know this, but shipping a pallet can cost about $1,200. So then remember that whatever you don't sell has to ship back. Yeah, and it can be a lot of standing, like Sandy said, but we provided chairs because we know it's a lot of work. But then you have to think about the amount of like effort that you take to sell is more money. But we also have to think about our mental health. But all of that to explain that So Expo emailed that they're requiring that their teachers have a booth for next year. And I thought that was very interesting. I know there are some shows that give preference to teachers that have a booth, but here's what's insane to me is that I'm trying to think of the words, but like basically I would have to pay so much money to be able to teach at this expo that it needs teachers. Like, yeah, it was just, yeah, Bonnie, oh, thank you. I'm so glad to be there and I want to be at other events, but it's just crazy to me that they're like, okay, but you have to have a booth or you have to get a pop-up shop and you have to pay $50 an hour for the pop-up shop. My mind was blown. I was like, wait, so we have to pay for our travel, we have to put up the money for the kits, and then we're gonna have to pay for a booth or pop-up shop on top of that? Like, this was all just announced, so chances are they're going to make some adjustments, because I feel like a lot of teachers are going to be like, I'm sorry, what? Yeah, there are teachers that don't have stores. Yeah, it's just crazy to me. And like, I want to go back so bad. I want to teach Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like, I am willing to do that. And yes, lugging everything out to set up for an hour. This is just So Expo in Washington. They don't do shows everywhere. So I'm only speaking of this one. Yeah. And this one is West Coast. I was like, never eat soggy waffles. What is it? Anyway. Jess, are you at about 12 minutes? 10 minutes? 9 minutes? I'll rant until then, just to make the time pass. So I messaged them back and I was like, so if I'm teaching on a day, I then have to also somehow carry things for a pop-up shop, because they're saying that you have to have a pop-up booth on the day you teach. I'm sorry, what? 8 minutes, perfect. So I'll probably end this at like, 25 minutes, 24 minutes. And staff, exactly, and staff it, you have to have a booth, you have to staff it, or like, it just doesn't make sense at all. Yeah, the travel machine was really fun. And yes, Kristen, like you said, like I have a studio space here, so why travel? But I know that there are people who aren't able to travel, so if I can just do one show a year or something like that, it would be okay. But it's just crazy. So hopefully they kind of change their mind so that I can come back and teach, and a lot of other people can come back and teach, but it's just crazy to me. Like, would they then have to associate us with like a machine dealer's booth that's already there, or what? Yeah, for sure. Jess said it was an odd request that didn't make a lot of sense without more info. So Jess, I actually went to, that was for next year. There is, the one that is this year already happened. But yeah, another summit out that way would be really fun. Hello, Ria. Hello, Liz. So yeah, just very interesting. I think that's all I have to say about that one, but I will be at OSQE in Raleigh, which is exciting. I'm going to be in Jess's booth for a little bit on Saturday, and I will be teaching on Friday evening, the Peekaboo Beauty Bag. So if you want to come say hi, you should. But I filled out just the teacher application. I don't know if you did, but yeah, that's where it said that the pop-up booth would be $50 a day, and you have to click that you agree, that you understand that you need to either have a booth or be associated with a booth. Oh yay, Anne! You'll see us in Raleigh. I'm excited. I get to visit family in Raleigh, and that is my favorite part about going to Raleigh. So yeah, if you guys have questions or anything you want to talk about, let me know. A summit in Santa Barbara. The thing is, I don't have a lot of interest in planning events or enough time. The one in Raleigh is May, the very beginning of May, which comes right after April. Who would have thought? Oh my gosh, Melissa said people look at me weird when I say never eat soggy waffles. I love it. That's an interesting question, JNT Leather. How did you get into the sewing summit stuff? So we decided to have Sew Whatever Summit here because there was an event that got canceled that we needed to, I felt morally obligated to hold here. So we figured it out and we had a lot of fun with it. It was a lot of stress, but we figured we can do it again without the stress. So that is how we got into the sewing summit stuff. Yes, OSQE. Yeah, you can just come here for a workshop. Serena, is there such a thing as without stress? With less stress. Without the technical stress. Okay, I'll be live for like 3 more minutes and then I'm gonna go. We actually have not officially done the Sew Whatever Summit. This will be the very first time of doing the legit Sew Whatever Summit. But the other ones I was talking about was like OSQE and Sew Expo in Washington State. Without stress, no, never. Literally never. You have 4, take your time. Oh my gosh, Jess would kill me if I was like, come in, say hi. No, they're exhausted. They've been in the car for 5 million years and they're ready to get out of it and go lay in a bed. Before they then have to drive the 18 hours home. Is that how much it is? Okay, so the other Sewing Expo shows, how did you find out about those? I didn't know they existed until I found your page. Pretty much just Google, like, or kind of seeing them pop up in Facebook ads. But yeah, if you were to like search your area in sewing, you'd probably find one. Maybe. No, Jess is not gonna pop on and say hi. Jess, tell Eric I said hi. Can anyone use the term Sewing Expo? That is a great question. I feel like probably. I don't know though. We've been in the car since 2007. Yeah, I'm sure that's what it feels like. I would be, crawling out of my skin. I just couldn't. So I appreciate you. But yeah, they're just gonna transfer the trailer to my car and then they're gonna go get naked and sleep. She's like, overshare, what the heck? Do I sew with Saya Swags ever? I have not sewn with Saya. She and I met, I think, at one of the expos in Florida several years ago, but we don't, yeah. Eric says, hello, wives. There is a quilting and sewing expo in Fredericksburg, Virginia, September 25th through the 27th. Oh, fun. Hi, Randy. How's it going? Okay, I'm going to end it in just a minute, but in summation, if you were interested in coming to the Sew Whatever Summit, please let us know. Look at the tickets that are available or the classes that are available and let me know if you'd be interested in purchasing. You want to come say hi? I'll stay until you come say hi. Yeah, there is the Sewing Expo in Novi, Michigan. I thought Jess was going to be doing that one. Okay, let me see if the front door is open really quick. Door's open. Okay. Yes, Jess will be in Novi. It's Novi, right? Not Novi. Just Google So Expo 2025 and it should bring up all sorts of them. Will I charge for booths? We don't have any booth space available here. For So Whatever Summit, it would just be people who want to take the classes. We will have some vendors though. We don't have physical room for booths. So it's just like tables for the teachers in small areas. Then I guess I'll go. I love it. So I guess we'll wait for Jess. I think she's here. It's gonna be like Inception. Oh, hi, Tammy. Yes, no problem. But the So Expo in Washington, the booths are expensive. It's like $12.50 for a booth space, a 10 by 10. Oh no.
I'm listening to you. There you are.
You're gonna be here in just a second.
I am. I'm in Inception.
I die. Okay.
This is what I look like.
You look cute.
I look amazing. Do you like my shirt?
I love it. Where'd you get it? Off the clearance rack?
I got it
at the Dollar Tree.
I got it at the Dollar Tree. Dollar General. I'm all in black because I'm gonna go rob a bank. No, just kidding.
Not in this area, right?
No, not in this area.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I'm going home.
Good. Okay.
No, I'm gonna eat.
Everyone knows now.
Everybody knows my secret plan and my sweet hair.
Aw.
Eric opened the window. I told him not to. How's everybody doing?
Good. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. We'll say bye, everybody. Okay, bye.
Bye.